How's it going? So today I'm just going to give you like a little bit of an idea of what I'm going to take. I've got a 50, well no, let's say in miles, 30 mile, got a 30 mile race. What is that in, let me see what that is in kilometres. So 30 miles, I actually think it's more, I think it's a bit more than that. 48, right? It's about 50k that I'm going to do. So I'm going to talk to you about the kit that I'm going to take and the fuel that I'm going to take to get me through it, okay? So I'm going to bring it over, I'm going to lay it out on the table so you can see exactly what I've got, okay? So what I'd love though is if you've got questions, if you've got points, if there's things that you take and do differently, please stick them in the comments below and share all the advice and the knowledge that we've got. Okay, what I was going to say was, before I start, as I've got about, I don't know, 15-minute drive to the start point where I'm going to meet up with my mate Graham, and we get ready, and then we're going to head out about 9 o'clock in the morning. So from about 7:30, 8 o'clock onwards, I'm going to start hydrating using some of the Precision Hydrating 1500, okay? This is a really strong electrolyte drink, a sachet that just goes in there. And I'm drinking this, and I'll drink this right up until the start point, okay? So I'm already starting to hydrate and get on top of the electrolytes and salts before I even start. Now it's going to be relatively chilly. It's November, okay? It's not going to be strong sunlight. However, I have been caught out with low electrolytes before. It is horrible, okay? So this is just one of the things that I do. It works well for me, it might work well for you. So check them out, Precision Hydration. By the way, none of the kit in this video it sponsors me or anything like that. I buy this stuff myself. I wish they'd sponsor me. All right, this might be a little bit of a cry out. Please, please, well, whatever. Don't get too desperate, okay? But I buy it all myself. None of it is sponsored. The next thing, okay, what am I gonna carry it in? So here I've got the Montane. Let me turn it around so you can see the Montane Via Fang 5. This is my sort of go-to running or hydration vest. Okay, I love it. It's dead handy. Pockets and everything are dead handy. My only gripe with this is that this is supposed to be a medium and large. Sometimes it's quite. I'm not the biggest runner. I know that, but sometimes it does feel a little bit snug. You know, a little bit tight around the waist. That's my only gripe. Other than that, it's perfect for what we need. Okay, so I've got my running vest. What next? Okay, so the next thing is obviously hydration. I'm going to take a litre of water with me. Okay, so this bottle goes in there, sits in there, and I always take another bottle that sits in there. Okay, so I've got a litre of water to take with me. Now we will be passing shops, and at the halfway mark, we will meet up with somebody who can help us restock our stores and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to take about a litre, all right, which should get us sort of pretty much the halfway point. Might be a little bit dehydrated when I get to the side, but again, it's going to be quite mild. The weather's not going to be too bad, too hot, okay? So that's the hydration. Okay, the next thing I'm going to take, all right, in this bottle, I'm going to have a sachet of Tailwind Endurance Fuel. Okay, this is the one with caffeine. All right, so that's going to be already mixed in that bottle, and I'll be sipping on that as I go. I'm not going to put Tailwind into this one straight away. There's just something that, when I was in the Marines, you just didn't mix juice with your water. Why? Because you can't wash out a gunshot wound with orange juice. Well, you can, but it's stupid. Okay, so you just don't mix it. So therefore, I'm going to keep this separate. If I need to mix it in with this water, then I will. If not, I've got it, it's handy, you know, it's not mixed. If I need water, say I get something in my eye, I want to try and wash something out, whatever. I just think it's good practice, and it's a good thing to get up with. The time it takes to pour this sachet into there, you know, I'd rather have fresh water in case I need it. Okay, one of my go-to bits of nutrition, obviously these are going to give you about 100 calories per hour. With the drink, okay, if you're drinking it with the water. And I've also got a few extra calories, bounties, because I quite like the coconut and not too much chocolate, okay, so I'm gonna have a bounty, probably in this pocket here, okay, and I'm also gonna take this little Trek bar. I don't often take these Trek bars, but this has been hanging around in my car for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I don't want to throw it away because I don't like wasting food, so I'm gonna take this. It's just calories. It's something a little bit different when I'm out there running. that'll go in that pocket there. Okay, other things I'm going to take. I've got 4 capsules of paracetamol. Okay, I'm out there for 6 hours. You can take a couple of paracetamol every 4 hours. So it might be that I'm now in, I hurt myself, take a couple of paracetamols. Towards the end, I can then take another. So I'll take 4 paracetamol. They'll just go in the back there. I've also got some ibuprofen because you can obviously double tap those. You've had your paracetamol a little bit later. You can take the ibuprofen, obviously do slightly different things and alleviate pain, you know. And when you're doing like 30 miles of running, 50k of running, you're going to get some aches and pains. Okay, so it's good just to have them in the back in case you need it. The next thing I've got, hand in hand, in my electrolytes. Sometimes if this becomes a little bit too sweet to stomach, okay, or you want to get some electrolytes in, but you don't necessarily want to mix it with a drink or anything like that, I've just got some electrolyte tablets, again from Precision Hydration, okay, so I can just pop a tablet with a little bit of fresh water, okay, if my stomach's starting to turn, starting to reject some of the food, especially the sweet stuff. That just goes in the back there. Okay, the next thing I've got is a little bit of a mix. Okay, I love to take chocolate raisins with me because I like the taste, and the nuts are just something different, you know. So you get the chocolate, you get the calories and all that kind of stuff, but the nuts just give you something different, a bit of protein, a little bit of extra fats, taste different, different texture. And when you're doing long runs, you need lots of different textures. Some people do it purely on gels and then wonder why the stomach starts to reject everything, you know. So I like a little bit of solid food. What else have I got? I've got a little bits of licorice, again, different taste, different texture, something different in the mouth. Sometimes I don't want to eat it, sometimes it's all I can eat, you know, so lots of variety. And then these are my secret weapons. These are dark chocolate stem ginger. Okay, so if you do start getting a little bit of a dodgy stomach, then this ginger can really help, okay? And you're getting calories. These are actually much more calorific than the chocolate peanuts, believe it or not. So that's that. You've probably heard before that ultra running, doing long distance runs, it's all about problem solving. You need a mix of different things to help you get through it, okay? So that's that. That'll go in that little side pocket there. Bosh, we're pretty close. Okay, next thing I'm going to take, okay, is my Hero rain jacket. It's really lightweight. It's really good if the weather closes in a little bit. What I tend to do, because there's no pockets or like a little stuff sack, I kind of just roll it up into the sleeve. Let me show you how. So it just folds up really small, and then I can just whack that in the back. Okay, so that's my rain jacket. Because I'm a vlogger, you're watching my videos, I'm also going to take, I think I'm going to take the GoPro. So I'm going to do a little film on this little run, okay? When I take the GoPro, that kind of just sits in there. All right, dead easy as that. And I'll also take my mobile phone, okay, again, which will go in that pocket there. If this is, when I try it all on, if it's too much, I'll ditch the GoPro and I'll do any filming that I need to do on the phone, which is not as good because you don't get the stabilisation, but do the same thing. That's that. What else? Okay, slide that forward. Okay, at the halfway point, obviously I'm going to replenish all these stores. I've just pretty much got an exact replica of the stuff that I had before. I've got my chocolate raisins, ginger and licorice in there, in a handy little bag. I've got a couple of tailwinds, just in case. I've gone through them quite a lot and I need to get them in. A couple of extra bounties, dead easy. And the only difference is I've got a tailwind recovery shake, just in case I feel like I need a little bit extra, okay? And obviously I'll have a little bit of a replenishment of water and all that kind of stuff. So the only thing that's sort of specific to this race is that we're getting met halfway, so I know that I can restock water and I can restock the energy stores and all this kind of stuff. I've probably got way too much food for this length of run, but you know, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And as well as that, I'm running with a friend of mine who's never done this distance before, and we don't know how he's going to react. And it's good just to take a little bit extra in case he needs it. So that's that. What else is specific to this race? The time of year. I'm going to be running with like an extra layer on, really, just to help with the temperature. If it was going to be any colder, then I'd certainly be taking like an extra warm top in my kit. Okay, any warmer, and I might not be taking this with me. Don't know. And we're pretty close. So when it comes to if we need to get picked up, then we can get picked up. Because I'm running with someone else as well, I'm not taking my usual bone conducting earphones. And hopefully we're just going to be having like a couple of conversations and having a good chat as we're running along. But normally I would stick them in and they'd just go in a little side pocket here. What else do you want to know? I think that's about it. Right, so if you've got any questions, if you want to know about certain stuff, let me know. A lot of these things for me have been kind of tried and tested. I've run with these kind of things. Obviously you can't take Bounty to Sahara and stuff like that, but I've run with these kind of things all over the world, on different events, and I just know, I get on quite well with them. And my personal view on kit and nutrition is that everything is workable. You've just got to be happy with your choices, because sometimes, let's say I decided, I'm not going to take the chocolate, I don't want to take the ginger. If you need it, you'll just beat yourself up, and that's enough for you to get a DNF because you're winding yourself up. Whereas as long as you're happy with the decision you're made, then everything else is workable. And we're going to be passing shops. I'm going to be taking my bank card as well as a little thing, where we can get water if we need to, we can get a bit of solid food, we can grab a bloody pie or whatever, anything that we need really. So I'm not too worried about it. So this will certainly get us through. Okay, so like I said, tomorrow I'm going to set off 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll do a little bit of filming as I'm running along, and I'll give you a full update once I've done the race. In the meantime, if you've got any questions, let me know. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you want more running films, running tech reviews or tips, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so then you get a notification. And until the next video, take care.